Hey everyone, this is our model showcase for our free comic book day online. We had a couple of people participate and give us some model kits, and we're gonna showcase them. Today on this event we have Greg, Scott, and Sean all from the store.
Yay.
Hey guys. So without further ado, let's look at some model kits. Let's some model kits. So this was one of our first ones actually, by a Gunpla enthusiast. But that's their Instagram on the bottom, Kitsuko83.
So yeah, that's Attack Mode Optimus from Flame Toys.
Is that the newer one?
No, that's Attack Mode, because I've also made this one. Although if the newer one has different colors, because this doesn't look like the out-of-the-box colors for it.
Is this the first one that came out?
Yeah.
The Attack Mode?
You can tell because of the way the shoulders are, and that he's like got a really thin waist. Like the IDW one is like way boxier. It's a little more classic Optimus.
Yeah, and I've done like 3 or 4 Optimuses already.
I know, and then Nemesis Prime, which is another Optimus.
I feel like that just makes this much more impressive because every time I touch your Optimus Prime from the store, it like falls apart immediately.
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
Great.
I would say I'm not nearly this good. This looks really good, and like the photo quality is really nice as well.
Yeah,
I was gonna
good
say,
posing.
It's got a couple.
Yeah, that's definitely the Attack Mode one.
Nice. I like the. I'm not too sure. I'd have to ask the creator, but it looks almost like the knife was almost 3D printed, or maybe he just added texture to it.
They definitely didn't put the stickers on it and painted it a different color. It still looks good.
No, they great.
They've definitely done some custom work. Did they do any lining, or is that just good camera work?
It's hard to say. I think the next picture's slightly closer.
Oh yeah, there's lining on that.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, this is a much better shot for it. But this
it also
really
looks like it's certainly some custom paint there because it looks really good.
Yeah, there's definitely some custom paint on the gun, but it looks awesome. It looks way better than mine, at any rate.
No, you don't have to sell yourself short.
The photography on this one's amazing. It was really, really quality. But next we've got this one's Alberto. He's a guy who does a lot of stuff with us, and this one's pretty crazy. He's been getting really good.
Yeah,
I would say, was that from his airbrush? I know he's been messing with that.
Yeah.
That's an asset too. It looks like it, but I like the glossiness of it.
Yeah, and like the marbling is pretty awesome.
Yeah, like it's been through some battles, which is pretty cool. This is a Zgok, right?
Yeah, I think Zgok.
It said that on the first slide. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the kits that are a little less. I love the atypical kits that aren't, the stock Gundam models. Like as much as I love the boxy robot look, some of the old Xeon designs are so cool, weird.
Yeah, especially with like the knot neck head combo.
Yeah.
I love the one that's an elephant. I forget the name of that one. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, that's a good picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. You get to see some of the nice detailing on that. Yeah, he did a really good job painting. Like that almost looks like it came out of the box like that, because you can tell like he must have painted those parts separately than like the arms and legs.
Mm-hmm.
They have kind of a different finish to them.
Yeah, like the joint legs between where it's got that like matte black versus the high gloss.
Yeah, the contrast looks really good. It really makes the orange parts pop a lot more.
Yeah, so like I think I just realized that he's got a jewel eye and not like the sticker eye that he normally comes with.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a jewel eye, which is cool because you can see how the light goes through it.
Yeah. These were the only contestants that we had for this time, which we realized there wasn't a lot of time to build in stuff. So, but from here on out, I just figured we'd go through some of the old model kits that we had at some of our old competitions.
Cool.
Sounds good.
The first one being arguably, funny enough, I just wanted to bring it up. This is from Free Comic Book Day 2018, but this is Alberto's like first thing that he ever entered into one of our contests.
That's
It's
cool.
pretty
And I know we
crazy.
use this exact photo a bunch to advertise model kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a good photo. I love the posing on it too. Like the depth of field is really cool. But no, this is a cool kit. I don't know which Gundam it is, but you can definitely tell it's a Hero Gundam.
Oh, that's Shenlong Gundam from Gundam Wing.
Yeah. Well, he's got that classic Gundam like color scheme and general build. It looks really good, but you can tell like because we've gotten to know Alberto a little bit over the years. You can tell like really he's been stepping up his game and just in general like is doing better and better paid jobs and higher quality builds over the years.
Yeah, it's fun to watch some of our regulars develop. It's cool that we've been able to have a bit of a community around that too.
Yeah, definitely.
What else we got?
So another
Oh, yeah,
Shenlong. Get just a full look. I really love the sticker job on that one, which was really what I think elevated it for me.
Oh yeah, because the other angle you can't see him as much, but you can definitely see him on the arms and the shoulders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, from building kits, the stickers are my least favorite part.
Yep.
They're too small and I'm too clumsy, so I generally don't do them.
This one was a cool one. We had I mean we don't get too many DBZ model kits, but I love the 2D, 3D.
Building like model cars back in their model ships, like all the.
We don't get a lot of these, but these kits always fly because they're so cool. They're like one of the reasons that I love Gunpla in general is that you get these incredibly detailed and articulated kits for not a lot of money. Whereas if they came pre-assembled, they'd be like $90 to $100 or more dollars. And I think this one's like what, 30?
Yeah, something like that. Some of the DBZ ones get a little expensive. Like I know Broly's like $50, but that's just because he's so much more plastic.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah. But a lot of the DBZ kits are usually float around $30, which I've done a couple of them, just because you get a cool Dragon Ball toy at the end of it.
That's what I mean, right? Like,
yeah.
You put it together, and then you get this really awesome toy that would have been way more expensive pre-assembled.
And I love the Dio and stuff he did with the onomatopoeia and like the different effects.
Yeah, no, they're great, and they're really super flexible too. Because like it's hard to see in this picture, but I mean his arms like fully back. Like a lot of those action figures you get just won't bend that far.
Yeah, posing goes a long way with kits. You know, you can take a kit that's pretty much out of the box and unfinished and put it in a cool pose, and it instantly looks more amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And he obviously did some custom blood work on that as well.
Oh, yeah. This one was really cute. It was so well done. I didn't realize that was a custom like Optimus Prime at like the first time I saw it.
I like that they put our store in it.
Yeah,
that was a nice touch.
You know, with a little.
You know, it's a little pandering, but you know, I'll allow it.
You
No, that's a.
You
sound like a drunk robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's your internet, but yeah. Anyway, what else you got? We got some more here. Let's see what else. Let's keep going.
This one's.
Oh yeah.
My husband Brian's. He did. This one was awesome. He painted it like several different times, and you can kind of tell because when he melted it, you know, he had like a metallic layer underneath the white layer, so that when he melted it, immediately just the scratches shined.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it almost looks like the paint's blistered off.
Mm-hmm.
That's really neat.
But yeah,
and I know he built like a whole Dio in background. I think it's supposed to be Mars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I know. Remember, he was fiending for broken controllers so he could take the wires out of them.
Yeah, yeah. This one
which
like
was-
barely
which was
shows
fun.
it because it's into the camera, but yeah, there's just a bunch of broken wires sitting out of them.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for really good damage like that. It looks awesome.
It tells such a story, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was I think this one won that year, but the heavy
It
arms, it
did,
had a really
yeah.
good diorama with it.
Yeah, you can tell it's holding the head of another mobile suit.
Yeah. And it's got cool damage on its head where the fin has been, half of the V fin's blown off and there's like markings behind it too. Like the bolt hit it and kept going. It's
Yeah,
really neat
like
detail.
it's like a scar, but not, you know, or no, inorganic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can
And
see
it-
some of the scaling with there's a dude up in the top left because they had
Yeah.
I remember there was a bunch of stuff like that in it, which helped really really sells the size of these things.
Yeah. What else did we have? So this went to Halloween Comic Fest. This was a really cool one. I love the like moss on him and everything.
Yeah, it really looks ancient. I love the scythe. I love the perspective and stuff with it. This was a really cool kit.
I don't think it's stock either, is it? It looks like it's part Gundam Barbados, but also like the head looks different.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's stock either. I also don't know many ones that have scythes other than Death Scythe.
Oh yeah, that's not Death Scythe. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's part of Scythe for that.
He's
It's
also
definitely too thin for him.
he's also very obviously missing some parts just to go with the
The zombie
you know
look he's
the
got
yeah
going.
like but yeah he's missing like leg shielding and stuff.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
missing he's missing his kneecaps.
We should probably provide some context to this one, just because Halloween Comic Fest had a theme, and where
Oh,
we
yeah.
asked everybody to do like a Halloween or monster theme with their model kits. So we had this one, which is obviously almost like a zombie, you know, Grim Reaper type thing, and we also had I don't know if we have them in this slideshow, but you know maybe.
So yeah, we have a couple other ones from this contest in the slideshow. I looked ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Let's keep
definitely.
going.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
this
one
is
from
the-
that year too. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a whole thing, but I don't think I had a decent picture of like the whole display for him.
Yeah, I remember it was really hard to get the whole thing in frame and it looking okay. But like when you took a lot of close-ups, it looked really cool. But I know that thing was like a demonic summoning of this Gundam, which is why it's got like chains and stuff because it was like getting chained down. It was really cool. I don't know who the base character was for this, so I'm not
That's
sure how.
Barbados. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
like
Yeah.
Barbados Gundam. It's real lanky, and that's what makes me think that the previous one was at least part of it, because you can see like there's some similar components, but the arms have more of the armor on it.
Yeah, even if they're the same, like it shows just how different you can make things your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he very obviously like added those spikes on the shoulders. Those things are separate and different from
Mhm.
the regular Barbados. I'm not too sure about those spikes on the knees. It's been a while since I looked at Barbados.
Yeah, I think those are definitely Barbados' like claw hands
Yep.
because he kind of has those to begin with.
But yeah,
Right.
so and this was another one where we got a couple that started having LED work in them. So the eyes on the chair, all had wiring. I think even the little things in the background, like the little like fires.
There's like fire pits.
Yeah, it was a really elaborate kit. It was really nice. This one was
Oh.
cute. It's just double toil and trouble.
Yeah, this was again from Halloween, and that's definitely Death Scythe.
Yes.
I know that.
Yeah, that's Hell Custom from the Endless Waltz miniseries.
Yeah.
Which is
Like-
still
no, go ahead.
still turned out really cool. Even though I don't think he did a good job with the build, and you can tell that he lined it and did some other things, even if he didn't customize the character too much. But in the context that he put in with the Dio and stuff, it definitely like makes it more, like brings it to another level, you know?
And these are all high grades, correct? I don't think we
I
have any
believe
master
so.
grades, do we?
Yeah,
I believe these ones are all high grade,
I'm honestly not 100% certain on these ones.
which is one of
Most
Yeah.
This one is definitely a high grade, but I think it's worth mentioning too because that's like the entry level kits. So these are the easier ones to complete, and they still look that awesome.
Oh yeah, like high grade, like they're still phenomenal figures, and they're
Right.
really not that difficult to do. Like you can do them in like an afternoon for the most, like on average, if that's what
Yep.
you have blocked out for the day.
But yeah, it does take that extra work to make them shine.
But the actual build, like I know people are usually a little intimidated by getting into them. I just kind of recommend like high grade, and then pick a guy you think looks cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's see.
Oh, this one was.
This one, yeah, this was also from Halloween Comic Fest. They went with the costume thing. So here's, I think this was the year Infinity Ward come out as well.
Yeah.
So that was obviously on everyone's minds. So I don't know. Again, I don't know the stock because I don't know Gundam characters as well as.
I don't recognize this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
They obviously repainted him to be like Thanos.
Right, I need a
and
manly man.
No, oh, they're recording.
Oh no. It's cool. But yeah, no, I love the like gem in the hand and everything, like getting the full.
the full Infinity gauntlet going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that it's got, the arm is purple because it's like there. And it matches
Yeah.
the skin on the head. But the rest is armored. It's
Yeah,
a
the
neat
atten-
touch. And you can
Yeah,
see
the
that
attention to
upper armor
detail
here.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I also this next picture was from the same.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this one won at least the fan vote for the year.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
think so. Yeah.
It's this part is what really like kind of helped put it over the top, I think. And again, Infinity War was on everyone's mind, but no, I love the little spider bear guy.
Yeah, it's super cute, and like I don't know, the extra detail of just tearing him apart slightly and just cracking him.
He's Dustin.
All right. What else?
So yeah, this one was Alberto's. This is before he got his airbrush, and he fully just hand painted it, and it looked great.
Yeah, the fact that it still has the weathering and everything, even the fact you have to do it by hand though makes it even more impressive.
Yeah, I thought he did a fantastic job on this one.
And what else? This is, like I said, this was the first like professionally judged. This was another Brian one. Just a clean paint job with a airbrush. It was really nice.
And this is this one of those what are they called, Altons or?
Yeah, I forget because it's funny enough. Somebody else had. I wonder if it's the next slide. Yeah, the next slide. The same person had the same kit, and
Well, obviously they took it in a bit of a different route.
very different route.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the painting on this one's great.
Yeah, these are the 30-minute mission kits. These are the ones that are supposed to be able to be completed in 30 minutes. But it took me a little bit longer to do the one I was working on. I don't know if that's the kit or if that's me, but I actually really enjoyed it because it became like you realize that they're super, super customizable. Like the whole conceit of this line is that you're able to mix and match all the accessories and different parts so that they're like automatically, compatible with each other, and you can create your own body type with different accents. And it works surprisingly well. They're really fun to play with.
Awesome. What else? I didn't even notice how blurry this one was, but this was I think this is the one that won that year. The weathering on this one was just amazing, and the sticker work even. I think those are water slides because they just blend directly into the model, which is hard to get sometimes.
Yeah, the weathering on this is fantastic. It really looks like it's rusted and been around for a while and seen some action.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And then he had a pretty cool like base for it as well, which he also custom built.
and it's hard to see in this one because it's blurred, but the tip of the rifle was even scored a different color to make it look like it was in use. And
Yeah, like
it was
that's
red.
heated. Yeah.
Yeah, you can sort of see that.
you know, that was a cool one that year. I think this one goes to Halloween Comic Fest 2019, which was also like a loosely, costume and kind of just a fun theme. But again, another heavy arms, which I think we had on the first free comic book day. But this one, the base was great, and the battle damage on both Gundams was awesome.
It's
it's amazing.
Kit itself is really nice. Like I just love all the weapons and just like you do a lot of cool things with that kit.
Mhm.
I think it's one of the coolest kits they make. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the master grade of it, because it looks like that's a high grade on the ground there, and it's significantly larger.
Yeah.
But they're so cool. They have like a million panels that open up.
Yeah, Heavy Arms is definitely heavily armed. some truth in advertising there.
Yeah.
But I kind of really love battle damaged kits. It's so neat. Like the shield being cracked in half. Like, oh, you can kind of imagine what kind of blow that took. I don't know. They're really cool when people do them.
Yeah. Even on this one, like the shield, you can see like the pitting from like bullets and stuff. It's a really cool like just thought process of like seeing what happened to what battle went on, just on battle damage.
Yeah.
What do we got next? This guy was cool, just like a cool swamp guy.
I love
I
the
love
swamp
that.
part of this. Like it was just a really, really well done diorama with the kit itself. And again, it's one of those irregular, not the box models, of the regular old Gundams.
Yeah, it's another Zagok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Becca, because you know this probably better than I do. Do you know what they used for the water effects?
There's actually specifically like model water that you can buy, and there's different types. Like you can buy stuff for like deep water versus shallow water. Like there's so much. It's basically kind of like an epoxy where you just kind of mix it together, throw it in the pot and then make the ripples and whatever and call it a day.
Yeah, the effect goes a long way. Lighting catches like that kind of surface differently. It really does in real life. It really does look like water and it looks wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got some of the stuff like up on the feet enough just to make it look like the feet were wet, which is a really nice touch.
Oh yeah, his lower body definitely looks muddier.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
This is another one of Alberto's. He enters pretty much all of our contests, but it was just a cool mat. He went for a War Machine costume on the Gundam. The helmet being held and the different head, but the paint job on it's just so smooth. It's really nice.
And it's got like War Machine's like shoulder mounted stuff.
Yeah, and I never caught that before, so it's kind of cool to know that. I don't know how I didn't catch that. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it seems like War Machine and Iron Man are pretty popular customs. I can't imagine why.
Yes, let's see. What else do I got? Oh, and then this was the winner of this Halloween Comic Fest, was the Gritty.
Yeah, I love this one. Got the peek into the audience. It was just a really fun looking one. Also, just because Gritty's crazy like that.
Oh yeah, he's the mascot of Philadelphia, not just the Flyers.
That's right. He should be everybody's mascot. He should be the United States mascot.
See, I know the Gritty in that is a wine topper, stopper rather.
Something like that. It's
Is that what that is?
Yeah, you can kind of see it, but he's got his whole body and he's kind of got his hands forward, so it almost looks like he's manipulating controls.
It does.
Yeah, which is really cool.
It's a nice touch.
Just imagine Gritty in a kit just in a robot, just destruction everywhere.
Now, Becca, you might know this better than me, but I don't believe the Gundam that it's in, what the stock is orange colored. I think he painted that, right?
He painted that, yeah. The stock's reddish, maybe maroon almost, like a dark red.
Also, fun story about this. This is the SD size, I believe.
Yes.
They do make a high grade scale version of this, which is so large that it's, because in the animated it's from, it's basically like a space station unto itself, and a regular sized Gundam, like a giant robot, pilots it, which is why things can fit into it. So they do not make a master grade size because it would have to be the size of an entire room. but the high grade alone is like 2 feet wide, and holds full size high grade figures in it.
I did not know that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's probably one of the more ridiculous Gundam things where
I mean-
it's just like, we're piloting giant robots. What if my giant robot piloted a giant robot?
Yeah,
Yo, dog, I heard
It's
you like giant
awesome.
robots. No, I mean, while that's ridiculous and impractical to own, it's amazing that that exists. As a thing you can buy and build.
And then, I guess the last one, I'm just going to toot my own horn because I asked if anybody else wanted to add their picks, but I guess they didn't.
I should have.
I know. But I did this during quarantine.
Oh my god, the colors are amazing.
They're really good.
I love the G-Self, I think his name is. Like, I don't know. He's just so round and his colors are like that correct bright and like matching. I love it a lot.
Dude, the clear plastic bits look really cool.
I love clear plastic. I love the 90s for that. You know, when that was on, everything made out of plastic was clear.
I had
I love
I had the clear purple Game Boy Color.
Right.
I gotta have that one.
It is a really good job back up.
Yeah,
Thanks.
the lightning bolts on his chest. Those are stickers, right?
No, actually, this guy took me about probably 3 to 4 hours longer than I would have normally taken because I'm stubborn and hate stickers.
Okay.
Uh,
Did you paint those?
So I painted in the lightning bolts, the yellow on the shield, the top of his head, the red and black area, a lot of the blue bits, like even that blue bit on top of his head, the blue bit on like everything, even that
Wow.
like yellow strip on his. So much of him was
Let me
paint.
put the lights on real quick. I didn't expect the light from the other room to go off.
You're at a top-notch thing here.
On it.
That's funny.
top notch. But I this was my quarantine build. It was just one of those things where like you open the box sometimes and it's just like yes, here's the sticker sheet that's as big as the instruction manual, and you're like, you know what, not today. So I was really it took me a long time, but he looks good and I like him. Like his eyes are painted, everything's pretty much painted on there except for
Dude, you
plastic.
could have fooled me. I thought they were
So
stickers.
cool.
Yeah, you did
You
a really
can,
good job.
you can see the untouched sticker sheet on the rightmost picture.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you can, yeah.
Just in
dude.
case you really didn't believe that you could paint that cleanly. It was
Man.
So speaking of the picture on the right, does its like shields open up like that?
Yeah, so the plastic pieces, I mean, I guess technically in the show they're, I guess, like energy fields or something, but they attach to it.
Okay.
He's got like his shields on the side kind of open up a little bit, and then there's little like clip-ons where you can get them, and he's got like that whole halo of just blue stuff. He's got a lot to him.
That's cool. And this is from Build Fighters.
No, this one's oh god, I forget. His name's G-Self. I can't remember what the name of the show is, but it's a newer one.
yeah,
I've
I'm
heard
blanking on it.
Yeah, I've heard from some people the show isn't the best, but I really like the Gundams from it.
Yeah, in kit form, like I don't worry too much about the show. I personally just go by like, oh, this guy looks cool. He looks like he'd be fun to build and to have. Except for the Transformers, I do know them.
That's how I started, and then just by doing kits, I started to learn the different types because you start to notice that there are certain designs that you see versions of again and again. Like they'll do variants, or they'll do it in each different scale size, and then there are ones that they'll only do in one scale, and like they're real weird and cool, but I have no idea what they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times the only times I'll like watch a show is when I see like I watched Iron Blooded Orphans, but it was because like a lot of the kits were so unique and weird that I was like, you know what, let me give it a shot. And yeah, that's why I looked this one up, but I haven't watched the show yet.
That is exactly why I watched Gundam UC was Unicorn. Just
Yeah.
because I kept seeing the awesome kit designs, and I'm like, I'm gonna check this out. Totally worth it, by the way. It's on Netflix and YouTube. But I was
Yeah.
gonna say, speaking of weird designs, this is one of my favorites that I've built, where it's a it's like a parakeet,
Oh yeah.
Right?
He's got the
or a
bird
cockatiel. Yeah. it's
Oh yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's great.
Face. He's
It's,
literally
the
good.
lighting in here is terrible, but it's like
He's got the eyes like
That's
they
fun.
used to
Yeah, it
paint on the
does.
planes. Yeah, it's
Say-
rad.
All my kits are on display at the store. So you can go there when we open back up. Check them out.
Well, that was cool. It was fun to take a look at some of those.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
just, we didn't get a lot of entries, but I figured it'd be cool to go down, see where our modeling community is started at and has come to in the past years, considering we couldn't have an official contest this year.
We should definitely do it again.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do some more of that.
Yeah, as soon as we can. Well, anyway, I guess we'll have more content on our Free Comic Book Day online, and we'll see you guys now, I guess, matter of who's hosting.
We back
Out
in
of
like
the
5 seconds.
future.